Okay, a toast to this garage, to all the partnerships that are represented in this amazing structure, and to our future together. Toast.
And we're not quite done yet, ladies and gentlemen. And then we had to do something unique. And the only way to celebrate the opening of a parking garage is have a ceremonial first parking car. And we have a lot of fun with the name of our organization. Have you ever heard a third syllable added to the word Kadlec? So we thought, what better car to be the first car to park? We call it a Kadlec. What a day at Kadlec Regional Medical Center. We're here to celebrate the opening of a parking garage, and this is a big deal for people here, and especially for the staff, and most importantly for the patients who will be accessing the services when they come here to Kadlec. And so we wanted to have a little fun, but spend a little time sharing a little bit more about the particulars of this garage that will open next Monday, August the 1st. And we also wanted to recognize some of the folks who made this all possible. So again, the breeze was intentionally designed for this morning. We took a photo of our staff up on the 5th floor yesterday, and it got a little toasty up there, so we thought we'd do this event down here at the entrance to the garage. But we wanted to have you hear from some of the folks who made this possible today. And to begin, I'd like to introduce Lane Savitch, who's the Regional Chief Executive of Kadlec Health System. Lane?
Thanks, Jim. I was just reminded that now we can check off one of those reasons why we get complaints from the community about coming to Kadlec, is finding a place to park. I want to welcome all of you here today, and thank you for coming to help celebrate this occasion. This is the first parking garage for the Tri-Cities, and we're excited that we've been able to be a part of that. I want to first acknowledge the board of Kadlec, who have had the vision and insight to recognize the need and find a way to accomplish this amazing structure. I had the occasion to walk the entire structure yesterday, and I was absolutely amazed, and I'm sure you all will be too as you walk through it today. I want to just share a couple of facts about the garage, because we see the finished product and we don't see what has gone into it. Well, so let me tell you some of the things that have gone into the garage. We utilized 7,781 cubic yards of concrete. That required 1,010 truckloads of concrete. We have incorporated into the concrete 460 tons of rebar. There are 82 miles of post-tension cabling, and we have 4 miles worth of striping. I understand Bill had something to do with the extent of the striping. He wanted to make sure that the striping actually went up the walls. So as you look at the striping, you can see that the drivers, as they go into a stall, recognizing us, you know, the drivers in the Tri-Cities aren't necessarily the best in the world. And there may be some parking in the garage here who have never parked in a garage before, and they need all the help they can get. So the extra striping on the walls should help them navigate in and out. Most importantly, I think we all need to acknowledge the patience of our employees, of our patients, of our visitors. During the course of the construction of this garage, and for the many years leading up to the construction of the garage, where access to Kadlec has not been the most convenient. This is going to make just a dramatic difference in how patients and visitors and staff access this organization, and I couldn't be more proud of the this amazing accomplishment.
The board at Kadlec is made up of community volunteers from all over the Tri-Cities area, and they serve of their own time and of their own will to benefit this organization. And we have a very dynamic and board with a lot of foresight. And I would like to introduce the chair of the Kadlec board, Mr. Wayne Martin. Wayne?
Like Lane said, this is something that's been in the plans for many, many years. First thing I'd like to do is I'd like to say that our board really appreciates all the efforts that everyone has put in, this team that's put this in to make this day possible. You know, a lot of times, you know, parking, believe it or not, is one of the most contentious elements of almost anything. You know, people go to the grocery store and they get upset that they can't park right up in the front if they have to park like 5 slots out. And here we are today, we just put in 600 some odd slots right close. You just have to take an elevator and you can get down to the front of the building. It's a very important element of servicing people no matter what service you provide. You know, this would not be possible without our affiliation with Providence. I have been asked on a number of occasions, why did we affiliate? Well, you know, we had a strategic plan that went 5 to 10 years, and with our affiliation with Providence, we've been able to speed up the physical element and the capital investment by at least 7 years. So that speeded up this project. You also see the floors. This is all because of our great partnership with Providence. The other partnership that we really appreciate is with the city. I don't know how many of you are here that are representing the city of Richland, but I live in Kennewick. Although I've been here over 35 years, I just call it the Tri-Cities. I know the people that are born and raised here like to keep that separation, but to me it's all one. And I want to say that the city of Richland has been incredibly cooperative with a lot of what we have been trying to plan and trying to move forward in building a much better health system for all of Tri-Cities. And so, you know, City of Richland, thank you so much for your partnership. We hope that continues as we continue to grow. We sometimes have a problem with how fast we're growing, and we're always having to pull the reins on Lane, and now I'll have to pull the reins on Riza, slowing them down a little bit. You know, we do have a partner now with Providence, and all of that has led us to be able to do these types of things for the service to you as citizens. So thank you very much. It has taken a long time to get here, and we appreciate everyone that has been involved. Thank you.
You know, another great partner of Kadlec through the years has been Bouten Construction, and I'd like to have Bill Bouten from Bouten Construction come up and share a little of his perspective on the team that has put together this wonderful facility. Bill?
I was thinking today driving here, I thought, you know what, the saying, it takes a village to raise a child. I think we can say it took a village to get this parking garage built. And when I think of all the people, which would be difficult to thank everyone, but I do want to just, and Lane alluded to this earlier, is thank the patients and the staff who had to put up with this for the last 12 months. To build a building like this at the front door of a major medical center is a challenge in and to itself. And the behind the scenes work of meetings and planning and coordination, it was intense, I'll tell you that. And the efforts of, I look at Jeff Clark and think how he's been in this from the very beginning, the facilities department led by Jason Rose, the real estate and construction folks, Andrew and Mick are here. I can't think of if I haven't seen anybody else here today from real estate and construction. And it just goes on and on and on. So our extreme gratitude to all of you for the coordination that you've done. When I think of the city, how integral they've been to the process, the design team, I see Daryl Moore here today. I can't think if there's, or I can't see anybody else, but the design team did a great job. Oh, Belinda is here today, Davis Partnership. All the subcontractors and suppliers, it's just been a huge effort. Like I said, it's been a village to get this built. So I want to thank all of you, and I want to finally wrap this up with, you know, you think back to December, January, February when it was cold and wet and muddy and damp, and the craftsmen and women who built this building, boots on the ground type of people, they stuck with this and I think really delivered a great project and product. So I think there were in excess of probably 250 people that actually helped build this, physically build it. So not many of them are here today, but to those of you who are here, thank you very much. Maybe raise your hands if you were on the construction crew. And then also finally to the Bouten leaders, Ryan Brown and Seth Madsen are here. I don't think I'm missing anybody else that were involved in the garage. Thank you very much for your leadership. And I hope, like Lane said, you never have to hear another complaint about parking at Kadlec, because there's 635 stalls. Chances are you'll be able to find one from here on out.
You know, 15 years ago, we started valet parking services here at Kadlec, and I can remember it was when we were getting ready, I think, to build this emergency room. Correct me if I'm wrong. Is that right, Jeff? And we got this directive that says, go figure out a way to alleviate the parking problems while we're going to launch construction. And that's about, what, 6 or 7 projects ago. And they said the only caveat you can't do is you can't suggest building a parking garage. But our point was, is we wanted to utilize all the resources to build services that directly benefit patients. And you can't really argue that the construction around this area and throughout the Tri-Cities that Kadlec has done has really been directly to benefit patients. And now this garage will perform that same function 15 years later. But it has been alluded to the wonderful partnership that Kadlec has enjoyed with the city of Richland, and that's been for a number of years. And I know Rand's not here, but I know during Rand's tenure, there was a great relationship with the city of Forge to get a lot of great work done right here in the central part of Richland. So I'd like to, on behalf of the city, welcome the mayor of Richland, Mr. Bob Thompson. Bob?
Well, good morning, everybody. What a celebration, huh? I mean, think about it. If you looked at the footprint of downtown Richland back in the day, go back 20 years, you had the isolated building here. A couple of the contract individuals and private side people had buildings over there. And all of a sudden, this guy named Rand Wortman shows up one day. And you know, he has a vision. In the city, kind of going, well, that's a great vision, but how are you going to make it reality? And you know, this is all about life, right? How do you take thought and transform it into action? Isn't that what we always worry about? And I got to tell you, the board of directors, Rand Wortman, and the city of Richland put their hats on and went to work. And I would be lying to you if I said it was easy the whole way. Because not everybody had all the trust, because not very often you get a private side guy come in and say, we're going to transform the city of Richland. We're going to make it a regional medical center. And at the end of the day, it's going to benefit your citizens and the region. And by God, they did it, didn't they? You know, this is truly a celebration. I can't be any happier for the patients and citizens of the entire Tri-City regional area. You know, Richland takes a certain pride on transforming itself and trying to make it the most livable city in the Tri-Cities, but that benefits everybody in the cities. This structure benefits not just people in the Tri-Cities, but everybody in the region. And again, who would have thought that 15 years ago, right? Think about it. We're just blessed to have citizens on the board who donate their time and energy for not much, frankly, other than the reward of doing a job well done. The individuals who work for the city staff and Kadlec to put this together. It's incredible if you think about it. This benefits everybody. Again, all I can do is say it's a great celebration. Thanks to everybody for showing up, and again, job well done.